So to begin, take your shoulder to waist measurement. This should be your shoulder to waist for the back. Okay, mine is 14.5. Make sure this is very accurate because it's very important. You can take this accurately by tying a rope around your waist so that you get the right figure. And like I said, mine is 14.5, so I went ahead and marked 14.5 and I drew a horizontal line across those points. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to figure out my hip depth measurements, and mine is 10 inches. So from the waist, I'm going to measure down 10 inches. I'll also use that to create a horizontal line. So far I have my hip line, my waistline, and then we are going to create our shoulders. So to create my shoulder, I'm going to take half of my shoulder to shoulder measurement and then mark it. Then I'm going to use those points to draw a vertical line downwards. I'll go ahead and create my shoulder slope. I'll come down 1 inch and then go in for my neck width, 3 inches. Then I'll join those points to create my shoulder line. Now we are going to create our armhole depth. From our shoulder slope, we are going to come down 7.5 inches. Mine is 7.5 inches. You can get yours by dividing your bust by 6 and then adding 1.5. I squared out from that point to give me my armhole line. Now for my neck depth, I'm coming down 1 inch from the center back and then joining it with a curve back to my shoulder. Now for our usual sequence, we'll take our bust divided by 4, then we'll minus quarter inch on the bust line, and then on the waistline we'll divide by 4 and then we'll minus quarter inch and then add 1 inch for that, and on the hip line we'll divide it by 4 and then add a quarter. So for the bust and the waistline we are taking out a quarter, but for the hip line we are adding a quarter. This is the usual sequence, but with this case, to be able to get that contoured effect, take whatever you have at your bust level and replicate it on the waist level. So you are going to have a straight line from the bust to the waist level and join it back to your usual hip. Now to create our dot line, let's find the midpoint of our waistline, then mark it and use this line to draw a vertical line that spans towards the hip and then towards your shoulders. So we are going to do a little calculation. First of all, take your bust measurement. Here is 8.5 and then our waist is 6.5. Remember that we got these figures by dividing our bust by 4 and then minusing a quarter, and then our waist by 4 and then minusing a quarter as well. Now let's subtract our waist from our bust measurements, and we got 2 inches, which means that on our waistline we are supposed to eliminate 2 inches for it to reach our actual waist measurements. Now the 2 inches we are going to take out, we are going to distribute it between our center back and then our dart. So our center back is going to take 2/3 of the 2 inches. And then our dart is going to take 1/3 of the 2 inches. If you can't calculate this, you don't want to use these figures, I'm going to show you how I usually do it, but it's safer to calculate it and get the accurate figures. So what I do is I just take 2 inches on my tape measure and then fold my tape measure into 3, just like you see me do. So it gives me 3 parts. So I give 1 part to my dart and then 2 parts of it to my center back. So as you can see, I'm marking 2 parts of the folds I made on the center back. You can go ahead and use your tape, your calculator if that's easy for you. Like I said, you use 2/3 of the 2 inches for your center back and then 1/3 for the dart. Yours is not going to be 2 inches. It can be anything depending on your measurements. So I'm just joining that line back to my neckline, and then you also join it to the hip line. Join it straight to the hip line to 0 at the hip line. But if you are going to make a full dress, like a pencil dress for instance, make sure you come up 2 inches from the hip line before you connect this. Okay, you don't have to shade your dart. I just like doing it because I feel like it makes my pattern look beautiful. Now for the actual dart, remember we now have 1 part of our folds remaining, so we are going to distribute it among our line. We are going to put half of it at one side of the line and half on the other. Come up by 7 inches towards the shoulders, then you join your dart legs. Now for the waist going downwards, you are going to come down by 4 to 5 inches. I'm using 4 inches, then I'll just mark my 4 inches and join it back to my dart legs. Now we are going to create our armhole. Since we have everything now, we are going to find the midpoint of our armhole depth, and then we are going to use our curve and connect it back to our armhole line. Now please pay attention here, because since we've taken so many darts, especially at the center back, this will reduce our shoulder width and might make it a little tight. Okay, so we are going to replace some of the darts that we've taken out, especially on the center back. So what we are going to do is find the mid. Since we found the mid shoulder, we are going to draw a straight line towards the center back like this, and then connect our armhole line towards the center back like this. Now we are going to measure the value of the dart at that level and replace it at that side. Okay, and we are going to do the same for the armhole line. Measure that and then replace that. Okay, so realize that since our side seam was straight, is suddenly becoming slopey, is going to be able to join with our front well. Now we are just going to redraw our shoulder and connect it back like so. I'll just go ahead and clean the old line so that it doesn't get confusing. And just like that, our pattern is done. You have your well contoured back that will fit your body very well. So try this, and then if it works good for you, please don't forget to leave a comment and like, and then subscribe. Now that we have our back, we can easily make an inbuilt lacing. So on your center back, you want to come down by 1 inch. You can make it lower if you want your lace up to be a little low, but I'm just using 1 inch. I'll come down 1 inch and join it back to my armhole line. Now I'm going to take my darts. So on my first dart leg, I'm just going to draw a straight line from that point to the top and to the bottom. Now on my side seam from the waist, I'm going to come down by just 4 or 3.5 inches, depending on how long you want that side to be. Then I'm just going to connect it back to the straight line that I did, and this becomes my lacing panel. It's very easy, so I'll just take it out by tracing it on another paper. From the top of your side seam, you want to come down by 1 inch. This is so that it's not all the way up in your armpit. Then you draw it back to the center back. So the allowances you are going to add to the side of your main body, you are going to add same allowances to your lacer panel. So we are just cutting it out. This panel is without allowances.